Hello, hello, hello. This is Miss D from Miss D Tarot. Hello to all my subscribers, newcomers, watchers, scrollers, trollers, everybody, collective, everybody. This is for everybody. How is everyone doing today? Um, Today I'm going to do something different. Um, I do have a reading that I will be posting soon, maybe sometime today. But right now, this is open conversation. I wanted to go live, but I had to go through the process of downloading, live stream, and all that stuff. I didn't know it was that complicated. I thought that I could just get on here and press go live, and boom, there you go. But for those who know that it's not that easy. So I'm in the process of doing that, and I believe as we speak, um, my computer is now downloading the live stream app or whatever. It's complicated. It's complicated. It's going to be a while. So it says that it will take approximately 24 hours for the software to download, whatever. So I decided to do um, this conversation. This is an adult conversation. It's about sex. It's about toys, sex toys, and it's about backdoor sex. Okay, mainly it's about backdoor sex and toys. Um, for those of you that don't know, I am also a life coach and things of that nature. I counsel people from time to time. But today, this is not from a client or anything. It was someone posed an issue to me about a connection that they are in, or is a new connection, maybe about 3-4 months new, off and on situation. And although I gave my input to the individual, I wanted to share um, this story uh, with you. There won't be any names called or anything like that. It's just a story, and I just want you guys to elaborate on how you feel about uh, the questions that this individual had for me, and the confusion, the disillusion, and whether or not they are actually being manipulated or gaslighted or love bombed, the whole nine. This individual brought this to my attention, and they were feeling some kind of way. They didn't know exactly what to do or how to think about it or whatever. They had some opinions of their own, and one of them was that they felt um, manipulated. Um, they said they felt gaslighted and love bombed. Uh, so here's the issue the person presented to me. They presented an issue where they are dealing or were dealing with someone, and this person wanted to have backdoor sex with them and use toys with them, penetratable toys, and the person um, didn't feel comfortable with uh, these suggestions. The person was uh, told that these are contingents to the relationship going to another level, and the individual's partner or person is supposedly a well-off person. Um, so the person, this person's person, told them that they want her, okay, this is a female that reached out to me, talking about her person. She said her person wants her to agree to be totally submissive. Okay. So I had to ask the question, what is the definition of this individual um, saying that he wants her to be submissive? She says that he wants her to never tell him no. I asked the question, well, what do you mean never tell him no? She went on to further say that he wants her to never say no to him. And I said, okay, so how do you feel about that? The person said, well, um, I think it's doable, but then again, it's a little bit unrealistic. And my question to you guys, that'll be the first question. Do you think it's unrealistic for an individual to ask another to never tell them no during the course of a relationship? Is that realistic, or is that being, what do you call it, dictative? Or do you think that's um, mm, controlling? Well, we know it's controlling, but I want to know what you guys think. Um, so, do you think it's manipulative and controlling? Do you think it's realistic to ask someone to never be able to never tell them no? Um, and the purpose, the reason that this person wants this type of behavior from her is because he supposedly has a lot of resources, money, whatever, material wealth. He has more than his share of material wealth. So my question to you guys: do you think that that leads to a toxic relationship? Do you think that will, uh, well, toxic, I'm about to say resentment, that's a part of being a toxic relationship. But do you think that that's appropriate, an appropriate demand to put on someone when you are trying to nurture a relationship? That's another question. The other question is, the person told me that they have been separated for about 5 weeks, and they just reunited, and they were intimate, and he wanted to use some toys, a toy, she said, um, and it wasn't her toy. She said he brought the toy to her. It wasn't in a brand new package, it was just in his bag. Now, my question to you, I already know the answer to this, but I want to know what you think. My question to you, would you allow anyone to bring a toy, a penetratable toy, for the sole purpose of using it on you without it being in its original package unopened? Okay. Her response to that was, as you probably already know, you probably say the same thing. Her response was she didn't want to use the toy. She told him no. She said he didn't understand. He tried to coerce her to use it, not like force her, she said, but kept recommending that they use it. And she said she explained to him, no, I don't want to use that. I don't feel comfortable using penetratable toys. and I said, I understand how you feel. Not everybody likes to use toys. So she said he let that go, and they proceeded to make love or have sex or whatever you want to call it. And uh, when he arrived uh, well, she also mentioned that he mentioned he wanted to uh, penetrate her back door, and she told him no. She said when he left, he sent her a text and told her that they're not a match. Told her that they are not a match. Forgive that. I wanted it to continuously stay on that screen. Hold on. Sorry. A little tacky, huh? I'm just going to turn it off. But that was a beautiful screen there. So I'm sorry. It's just going to have to be blacked out. But I hope you enjoyed the scenery while it was there. So she mentioned that once her person left her house and got home or wherever he went, he texted her and said that they weren't a match. And she asked why. He said, because you told me you would never say no. Now, somewhere along the line, she promised him that she would never say no. But once again, do you think that's unrealistic to request that someone never says no to you? I mean, if you've lived life long enough, meaning if you're up there in age, over uh, 30, 40, 50, that's impossible to not be able to tell somebody no. Because there's some things that you just don't do or want to agree to doing for whatever your reasons are. Now, my other question is, do you think that the climate has changed, or maybe it never changed, or maybe it's still the same? And what do you think about the climate of backdoor sex? It seems to be something that a lot of people are doing, men and women, um, to each other or to the same partner, sex and things of that nature. My question is to you, for heterosexual people, when a man is adamant about going in your back door, would that be a red flag to someone being on the down low? Or would that be considered natural for a man to ask his partner to go that route with him for because he wants to just explore and be free um, in the bedroom and just do anything and experience everything with his partner? Or do you think it's something else? This person was a little distraught because they felt that their intimacy is not going to be the bulk of the relationship, but her partner, her person, wants her to feel that that's a deal breaker for him. So I want to know from you guys, how do you feel about that? Old relationship, new relationship. When is it um, necessary to ask your female partner to have backdoor sex with you? When is it necessary, or is it ever necessary? Um, I believe she explained that she mentioned to him that uh, she's too old to start that process. You know, there's some things that might take place during that process, depending on the size of the individual, like tearing and bleeding and things of that nature. So that causes some kind of pain and discomfort. But apparently, she said her person wasn't concerned with that because she said he used, I'll be gentle, we'll use lubricant, this, that, the other. But do you think that's enough for someone to agree to something like that when they really don't want to do it? And do you think that a woman should agree to doing that because her partner has money dangling over her? Do you think that um, she should fight for this connection? And what do you think about why? What are some of your thoughts of why a man would come to the realization that he wants backdoor sex to be a part of their um, sex life? I need to know your answers because I just found it mind-boggling. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Why would someone put that kind of pressure on another person that really doesn't want to do it, and they're a great person, probably would have a good relationship with the person if that restraint wasn't on the table. Um, but this person wants to um, continue to pursue the possibilities. So I asked the person, well, do you have chemistry with this person? Do you really like this person's outside of the fact that they want to bring toys into the bedroom and or have backdoor sex? She said yes, they have chemistry. They have good conversation, um, and the sex chemistry is good. And she said she doesn't feel that there is a need. So when do you think that there is a real need to bring in toys and and backdoor sex? I say uh, the I say that the only reason why a couple should bring in toys is if first and foremost they both agree on it. If both parties don't agree on it, I think it should be respected by the other party, the party that's making the request, and it should be never revisited until the person that's declining brings it up and wants to later down the line explore uh, those requests with their partner. I think that um, toys in the bedroom is usually with people that are just so damn freaky. They just their freak game is on 100, but the average person is not on 100. I think that toys should not be introduced into a relationship until they have exhausted all of their activities and are at a point of being bored and want to spice up their life. So I look at toys for couples that have been together for a while. I don't think new couples should introduce toys or backdoor unless they both came in the door discussing this and wanting this. If that's not the case, I don't think new couples should be pushing the agenda for toys or backdoor action. So I want to know how you guys feel. It seems to me like it's a couple a couple's uh, preference while in a long term relationship. Like 2, 3 years, maybe a year, and they're bored with the humdrum, the missionary, the doggy, and they want to try something new. Okay, fine. You both agree that's what you want to do, that's what you do. But at the beginning of a relationship, I think it's a very awkward topic to present to someone that that's what you want. And then do not verbalize it to them until you leave their presence and you text it to them. So, this is the part she said that hurted her the most, um, because it made her feel like that's all he wanted from her was sex. But on one end, he's talking about, I'll do anything for you. You could have anything you want, and this is that and the other. So I asked her. I said, "Well, what has he done to show you that?" She said, "Nothing so far. Just dinners and stuff like that. Expensive dinners, or lots of roses and things of that nature. But outside of that, nothing. I said, "Well, has he asked you if you're okay every time he talks to you? Does he say, 'Are you okay? Everything all right? You need anything? All your bills paid?'" She said no. He's never asked her that. So my question was, well, sounds to me that his intentions are not pure. Sounds to me that he's doing the bare minimum. And it sounds to me, although she said he um, has material wealth and resources, it seems to me that he's not really into her. He wants to get out of her early on what he wants, and he'll probably once if she succumbs to having backdoor sex with him. Um, I was telling her to be mindful of this. If she makes the decision to eventually do that with him, how does she know he's not going to go home and text her and say, "We're not a match"? So I explained to her that there's a great possibility that you have a narcissist on your hand. He's love bombing you with the roses. He's love bombing you with what he can do, what he has the ability to do, but hasn't done it yet. But I mentioned to her that if he has not, every time he talks to her, said to her, "How are you today? Is everything okay? You need anything? You know, I want to make sure you are right." And if he never says that, then I recommended that she might want to um, fall back a little bit and see what else he does. Um, I told her that it's a classic form of manipulation. Um, Not to say that she's not intelligent enough to know that. She said she was aware that it's a form of manipulation, but I want to know from the collective, you guys, what do you make of this? Um, these are clearly red flags or whatever, but when it comes to matters of the heart, you can only take the person to the water. You can't make them drink it, and you are not supposed to judge them because everybody's journey is different, and everyone has the right to choose. The right to choose and to not be made felt guilty about their choice. Everybody has to learn their karma on their own. We could tell people all day, don't cross the street, the bus is coming and it's going to hit you. Or don't cross the street while texting, the bus is going to hit you. We could tell them that all day, but people are still doing it every day. So I just want to know how you guys feel about that situation, so I can further help this person. I think I gave the person some solid information, but I want to know, like, what is the consensus on the collective about issues like this? Toys in the bedroom and backdoor action. When is it appropriate? Is it ever appropriate? Why would someone request that when the other party made it clear that they're afraid, they don't want to experience tearing, any other kind of issue back there, and the person later on rejects them because of their decision to not go that route. I also want to know, why is it that a person would do something like that when they have the financial means to go above and beyond for this person, to give this person more security as to, if I go through this with you, uh, you will stay. So she said that was a part of her her problem. Although she said she really does not want to do that, but she was concerned that if she did do it, that he wasn't going to stay anyway. So that's a clear form of manipulation. So I just want to know, what do you guys think about this situation? This topic is about toys, bedroom toys, and backdoor sex and money. So it appears that the individual, her person, is using his resources at a distance to manipulate her into doing what he wants her to do early on, and possibly will leave her after he does that. I think it was very cold hearted, very insensitive, disrespectful, and I recommend that she move on. That's what I recommend. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this matter? I thank you for listening. Please leave your comments. I wanted to go live with this so we can talk. But like I said, I'm waiting for my live stream to the software to download, and they said that it will take about 24 hours. So hopefully in the near future, I can do some live streams for my readings, as well as for, life situations, and get the collective in open dialogue and find out what the consensus are on certain topics, certain issues. Okay? Thank you for stopping by. Have a blessed and wonderful evening, day, night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for stopping by. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye for now. Peace.